New or returning to WoW this season and want easy damage? I've got 4 simple DPS classes and specs that'll get you up to speed in no time. We're going to give you some builds, a simple rotation, and some helpful tips to get you started on your journey. Now, first up, we're going to be talking Beast Mastery Hunter. Before we jump in, I want to make sure that you like, subscribe, and come and check us out over on twitch.tv/BiggySweats as we do the 3K IO challenge on every class in the game. Let's get to it. If you want easy damage without stressing about mechanics, Beast Mastery is perfect. You can do damage while moving, your pet keeps you safe, and your toolkit brings group utility like stuns, traps, and even a bloodlust if your group needs it. It's one of the simplest specs to play right now, and with the buffs going through, it's about to be one of the strongest as well. Lucky you. Hero talents. So how do our talents look? We're going to keep this simple and easy. For Mythic plus keys and dungeons, we're going to use this build right here called Pack Leader. You're going to be able to copy the talents from below into your game. And then for single target raid bosses or raiding kind of in general, we're going to go with a Dark Ranger build. This one right here, again, it can be copied below. Now, as I said, these will be simple rotations. We're going to call it the 3-rule rotation, okay? But I will be doing separate full guides on these classes in the future. Now, our 3-rule rotation. Here's your whole rotation. Press kill command whenever it's ready. Keep barb shots frenzy stacks up. Use Cobra Shot only to spend excess focus, never instead of kill command. If the button glows or comes off cooldown, press it. That's honestly really it. And if you do struggle with any of these classes, I will say grab Hakili. It will help you get the grips of your class as you're leveling up or even starting out dungeons and raids. Now let's get you into some defensive habits. Now we want to help our healer, we want to keep ourselves alive, and we don't want to panic. Panicking in WoW is one of the worst things we can do. So we're going to use exhilaration early when you dip under 50%. So this helps your healer, but also so you're not panicking to hit that button if you get down to 10%. You don't want to wait until you're nearly dead. Then we have Aspect of the Turtle. This is your panic button to immune targeted mechanics and take off a lot of damage. And then finally we have Feign Death. This can break casts that are about to be hit on you, sometimes drop debuffs, and if you rip aggro, you can use it to get rid of it and get it back to your tank. Now, 1 Mythic Plus tip and 1 raiding tip. So our Mythic Plus tip is your 4 set spawns a Stampede after Bestial Wrath. Kill command, face the pack so the Stampede travels through enemies. And if you really want to help your tank on pull, hit misdirection right before that Stampede goes out. What's misdirection, you might ask? Look for the spell in the spellbook. It means the damage you deal will generate threat on the person you use misdirection on, the tank. Now, our raiding tip. Bring the right pet. If your group needs a bloodlust, use a ferocity pet for primal rage. If not, a tenacity pet, ideally a spirit beast, gives your group an extra fortitude of the bear defensive. All pets do the same DPS. This is just about group utility. Now, a few common mistakes that beginners might get. Letting frenzy fall off. So, refresh your barbed shot before it drops. Overcapping focus. If you're near 100 focus, dump with Cobra Shot, but never instead of kill command. Standing too far with Pack Leader. Your Stampede travels in a line from you. Point your character toward the enemies. And if you forget everything else that I've mentioned in this small quick guide, kill command on ready, keep frenzy up with barb shot, dump with Cobra Shot, and face your Stampede. Simple as that. The next class we're going to be speaking about is Retribution Paladin. Ret is perfect if you want simple, chunky damage with great survivability. You've got clear burst windows, meaning you don't have to hold your cooldowns, big self heals, and useful group tools like a kick, stun, blessings, and off heals. It's very forgiving for new and returning players. Now, our talents are going to look something like this. We're going to take Templar. It's the best overall pick for raids and dungeons right now. With Templar, you'll press Hammer of Light during burst, especially after Wake of Ashes, and with the Season 3 set, you can even cast it twice in that window. Now, the best build will be this for raiding. Have a quick look-see. The copy will be down below. And for dungeons, it will look something like this. Again, you can copy it down below. Now, the 3-rule rotation. Here's your whole game plan in just 3 rules. Spend at 3 to 5 Holy Power with Final Verdict for single target or Divine Storm for AoE. Generate with Blade of Justice, Judgment, Hammer of Wrath. Just keep that Judgment rolling. Use big buttons when they're ready. Execution Sentence, Divine Toll, Wake of Ashes, Divine Hammer, Hammer of Light if you're on Templar. This is going to be your 3 rule rotation. Tips for absolute beginners though, just a little one at the end. If the sentence into Wake order feels too much to do on day 1, just press them when they're ready. Then add the order later. Once again, some defensive habits that I believe you should be getting used to really early on. Use Divine Protection early for incoming damage, not at 5% HP. Pop Shield of Vengeance proactively means use it quite frequently, basically whenever it's up and you're having to fight a pack, because it does explode for damage when it goes off. And don't be scared to Lay of Hands or Divine Shield yourself or Lay of Hands someone else if they're going to die. If you can save a wipe, do it. And Blessing of Sacrifice, get ready to use this. It takes some damage off someone else and lets you take the damage instead, but be safe with it. Now, 1 Mythic Plus tip and 1 raiding tip. Our Mythic Plus tip is help your tank and healer. Rebuke, which is your interrupt, dangerous casts. Hammer of Justice, priority mobs, that's a stun, and throw Blessing of Freedom on the tank if there's any nasty slows or roots. You bring real group utility. Use it. Now, the raiding tip, keep Retribution Aura on for passive group value. Don't hesitate to lay on hands or Blessing of Protection a dying teammate. You'll look like a raid savior. Now, some common beginner mistakes that we can throw at you rapid fire style. So overcapping Holy Power. You want to spend this at 3 to 5. Don't just sit at 5. Ret is quite fast paced. It's about generating and spending. Forgetting Hammer of Light in Burst with Templar. Press it after Wake of Ashes. With the 3 set, you can get 2 casts. Holding cooldowns. Use them when they're ready unless a big moment is seconds away. Most of the time, this will not be the case. Ret is send, so don't wait around with it. Again, if you need the help, Achille will help you. 1-line memory hook. Now, spend at 3 to 5, generate fast, sentence into Wake in Burst, press Hammer of Light, and use your blessings. All in one, little right there. Now we're talking our A tier section, the 2 classes and specs that I believe are worthy of A tier and are just as beginner friendly as the S tier ones. Now, Fury is fast and forgiving. You build Rage, spend it on Rampage to stay enraged, and most of your single target hits will cleave in dungeons. You will also bring a great party tools like a kick, a stun, rallying cry, and a spell reflection for dangerous casts. Fury Warrior is a great pick for new players. Now, our hero talents and talents overall. If you want a one-size-fits-all pick, go Slayer. Great in raids and works everywhere. A build like this will do you well. Now, if you're more focused on Mythic Plus keys, Mountain Fane feels awesome in packs. Your Thunderclap and Thunder Blast replaces Whirlwind for a strong and steady AoE and gives extra survivability options. So honestly, both really do work. Slayer is an all-rounder and good in raids, and Mountain Fane is good in keys and it's comfy, so it's up to you. Both talent sections, so again, here is the Slayer talents up on screen right now. You can copy this down below, and then we have our Mountain Fane talents. Again, you can copy this down below up on screen. Take it all in. Now, the 3 rule rotation for Fury Warrior. Here's your whole plan. Press Rampage to stay enraged. Use Bloodlust on cooldown and Raging Blow to fill the gaps. When you see Recklessness, Avatar, Thunderous Roar, or Blade Storm ready, just press them. Don't sit on cooldowns. In AoE, keep your cleave buff up. On Mountain Fane, that's Thunderclap. On Slayer, hit Whirlwind when nothing else is up. A little beginner note, your single target buttons still cleave with the buff active, so you don't need a separate AoE rotation. Now, our defensive habits for this Fury Warrior. We're going to use Enrage Regeneration early to smooth damage, as we're going to be hitting Bloodlust a lot anyway. Hit Spell Reflection on spell hits. It can deflect or even reflect some casts. And save Rallying Cry for party-wide damage spikes. Now, one Mythic Plus tip and one raiding tip. Our Mythic Plus tip, stun or reflect the scariest trash. Stormbolt on priority targets. This is a stun. Now, spell reflect, problem cast, so keep your eye on what's casting and whether it's casting it on you. Keep your AoE cleave buff up, Thunderclap if Mountain Thane, and Whirlwind filler if Slayer. Now, our raiding tip is hit Rallying Cry on big raid damage and intervene someone by taking a nasty hit to look like that ultimate hero in a raid. Do not hold your cooldowns, use them when ready, unless a mechanic is seconds away. Some common beginner mistakes for Fury. Not pressing Rampage enough. You drop Enrage, which is your damage window. Sitting on cooldowns. Fire Recklessness, Avatar, Raw, Bladestorm as they come up. No cleave buff impacts. Thunderclap, Mountain Thane, Whirlwind, Filler, Slayer. Now, I've said that a lot. I know I have, but it's so important you keep that up in your AoE packs. And the one-line memory hook, Rampage to stay in rage, Bloodthirst on CD, fill with Raging Blow, press big buttons, and keep the cleave buff rolling. Now, the final class in the 4 easiest specs for Season 3 is going to be Destruction Warlock. I feel like some people might disagree with me here, but Destro is great if you want clear, simple damage rules and strong tools for groups. It's got a gateway, it's got health stones, a stun, and even a ranged interrupt with the right pet. You hit hard with Chaos Bolt on one target and you drop Rain of Fire when packs are stacked. The hero talents. So our talents are going to look something like this. For dungeons, we're going to go Hellcaller. It's the recommended Mythic Plus pick and shines on multi-targets. It's up on the screen right now for you to have a little look-see at, and we'll be able to copy this down below. Now, if you're doing mostly raiding or single target fights, use Diabolist. Its burst windows line up really well with raid pools. It's up on your screen right now. Both of these are going to be down below. And again, if you struggle, learn, read your spells, read your talents. Reading on all of these classes is going to be the best thing you can do. And if you still struggle and want to play these, Hikili will help. Now, once again, here's the 3-rule rotation for Destruction Warlock. Here's the whole plan. We're going to keep Immolate up, refresh before it falls off, spend shards on Chaos Bolt for single target, or Rain of Fire for AoE. 3+ stacked. Use big buttons when ready. Infernal, Cataclysm, Conflagrate, charges. If a button glows or comes off cooldown, press it. On 2 targets, Havoc. On 1, swap to the other and hit Chaos Bolt. Easy cleave. Now, once again, some defensive habits you need to learn early on. Hit Unending Resolve early on scary damage instead of at 5% HP. Help your healers. Keep a health stone ready, and a demonic circle is your get out button. Place it before the start of a fight, and you can use it again to get out of any sticky situations. 1 Mythic Plus tip and 1 raiding tip. Now, a Mythic Plus tip is you're going to be using your Fell Hunter pet. This gives you access to the kick, the interrupt. On moving pools, if packs won't sit in your ground effect, we're going to Havoc and Chaos Bolt to cleave instead of planting Rain of Fire that no one stands in. Just keep watching. Our raiding tip is drop a demonic gateway across long rooms before pools to help everyone out. Keep Immolate up, refresh it before it falls off, and Soulstone a tank or healer between wipes if need be. Finally, some common beginner mistakes. No Immolate uptime. Reapply it before it drops. Spending shards wrong. Always spend Chaos Bolt on single target and 2 target cleave. Rain of Fire on 3+ targets if stacked. Wrong petting keys. You want to use Fell Hunter for spell lock. Only in keys. Fell Hunter is your interrupt and will help your team so much. Don't be greedy for damage. Then swap to Imp only if you need Singe Magic Dispels. Now, the one-line memory hook. Immolate stays up. Spend shards smart. Press big buttons when ready. Kick with Fell Hunter. Stun with Shadow Fury. And gateway like a pro. And that is it, guys. The top 4 easiest DPS classes in the War Within Season 3, at least in my opinion. If you've liked the video, make sure you like it and subscribe below. Also, comment any guides you want to see for classes, some more in-depth guides that I can provide as we do our challenge to 3k IO on every class this season. Now, make sure you check us out over on twitch.tv/BiggySweats. Until next time, guys. Peace.